A new push to solve Cleveland's most infamous unsolved murder cases. We're talking about the torso murders, also called the Kingsbury Run murders. Between 1935 and 1938, a serial killer murdered at least 12 victims in the Cleveland area. Most of them have gone identified. Today, I talked with the Cuyahoga County Medical Examiner on how they are working to change that 90 years later.
I think that people have always been interested in these cases because they're unsolved, and so many people are unidentified.
The gruesome case has haunted the streets of Cleveland since the 1930s. At least a dozen victims decapitated and dumped in an area of the city then known as Kingsbury Run. 90 years later, the suspect, dubbed the Torso Killer and the Mad Butcher of Kingsbury Run, is still a mystery. Not only that, but only 2 of his victims have been identified. What's left of the rest of them are buried in unmarked graves somewhere in Potter's Field in Highland Hills.
10 of them aren't identified. We don't even know who they are. You know, and I think that there's something, I think, just fundamental in human nature that, you know, you kind of want to know who the person was who died.
Dr. Thomas Gilson is the medical examiner in Cuyahoga County. His team is working with the nonprofit, the DNA Doe Project, to find the victims' identities. It starts with finding their grave sites, exhuming their bodies, and collecting DNA. Then, using genetic genealogy, the DNA Doe Project creates a profile to connect them with relatives and hopefully, finally, learn their names.
If we can do that and say we develop some identities here, maybe there's enough information there to start to say, geez, all of these people had some contact with whoever. Maybe we can identify a suspect from that.
Dr. Gilson told me they hope to locate and begin digging up the grave of at least one victim before the ground freezes this winter. He said there are a number of hurdles to get over with this process, and we talk more about those coming up in the news at 6.